One of the biggest struggles that I have ever had on my journey of understanding my intuition is that I kept thinking it was something so grandiose and something so profound that would unlock within me and outside of me that I would like hear like choirs and church bells and all of this like crazy things, all of these crazy things, and feel like I somehow like won the lottery. And then when I started to listen less to the videos out there that have sensationalized intuition and instead listened inside, I found out something pretty significant. And that is that intuition is about trusting yourself, is about leaning in to your own inner voice that is driving you to go somewhere greater, to do something more, to be something more because you know you want to. It's the nudges that you feel within you that we often second guess that tell us where we might have left something that we lost, that suddenly reminds us like we probably should reach out to that friend, or that makes us realize, did I eat today? Or tells us we need to slow down. The thing is that your intuition is not an external voice that talks to you. It is literally the nudges within inside of yourself that give you feel goods and that give you these aha moments. It's just truly tuning in to your own self. So, the biggest issue that I had on my journey is that I kept watching all of these videos that kept like saying it's a whisper or it's this, and I would take it literally and wait to hear a specific whisper. Or I would like watch something else and be like, oh, this is how you connect to your intuition, and you have to like open this chakra, and you have to like do this, and you have to set intention, and then it finally happens. It's the if then when statements that constantly threw me off because I was so warped into needing an instructional guide from someone or something other than myself to tell me how to connect to myself. And if you're new to this channel, my name is Bianca. I'm a mindset and manifestation coach and the creator of the Intuitive Sparkle. So happy to be here with you and thank you for joining me. If this is your first time, a very special welcome. And if you're back, I'm so glad to have you again. So I felt that this was super important to bring up today because I know that I've created this beautiful soulistry, aka my business filled with my soul's purpose, and have told myself that I know that the women who are following me, who are watching these videos, have very similar tendencies. And so I need to speak to those to help you to understand that you are not alone in this. So when it comes to intuition, I do not teach you how to tune into your intuition with a step by step guide. Instead, I help you to lean in to the nudges that you get that give you the answers that you're looking for. There are too many programs out there. There are too many coaches out there and content out there that says this is the foolproof step by step guide to access your intuition. I need to tell you that one of the hardest things about being us, meaning you and I, the empaths, the people who have come through so much trauma, the people who constantly have put others before themselves, is that we want others to help us. We believe we constantly outsource our power and think somebody can do it better than me. Somebody knows me better than I know myself. So I'm going to allow them to tell me these things and absorb it as truth. What I need you to start working on is what you accept as truth, what you accept into your reality as what you want to be true. In the journey of manifestation, it is all about coming home to yourself. That's what makes it so beautiful is you get to dream big. You get to dream big. Like if you want that fancy car, you go for it. Okay? And if you want something different, more in a minimalist way, you go for it because it's your life. It's you, and there is only one of you in this entire universe. There is no one who is exactly like you. Please know that we are all here, special and rare, and we must live that way and know that to be true within ourselves. So when we work on calling in the things that we want, and when we ask ourselves, what is it that we truly want and why? And how will we feel once we get that? And we start to really blossom that feeling that would that would emerge after we get that thing, then as we keep blossoming that, even without that one thing coming into physical reality, let's use the example of the fancy car, we start to send a different signal to the universe. And the universe does this really beautiful magnetic type of attraction. So we are energetic beings. And I believe that we all have this inner magnet and we magnetize the things that match us. And often we call these frequencies or vibrations. And so, yes, it can be good. And yes, it also can be things that are not so good. And so, as we start to fine tune and start to understand what it is that we want to put into our electromagnetic fields, then that's when we start to call in the really good stuff because we start to focus on the good stuff a lot more. And in this process, you start to unveil, start to really, really trust into your intuition so much more. And that intuition is that inner compass, that inner nudging that's, reminding you again to like do the things, take that deep breath, take that pause, like reach out to that person or, do something different in your day. There's so many beautiful things that happen and it's different for each and every one of us because again, we are all unique. So I want you to think today about when you feel like you've had a moment where either A, you've just recalled something that you completely forgot about, or B, that you maybe felt like this call to do something different. Maybe it was that you were on your way to work and suddenly felt like, you know what? I'm actually going to go this way instead of that way. And suddenly you find out later that there was a traffic jam on that way. So then you're like, oh my gosh, wow, that's so crazy. I can't believe that I like did that. It's because you're starting to trust yourself within and we're showing less resistance, right? Because in that instance, if we use this example of, you know, turning left versus right, like left is the way that we always go, right is a different way, it takes a little bit longer, but suddenly we feel that nudge to like go right. Part of you could be like, wait, no, I'm not going to go that way. That's stupid, right? We all do this. We all do this. We insert logic, insert rationale, insert anything very 3D like that would tell us that going that way is not right. But we had this sudden feel like, I think I need to go this way today. Or I have more time, I'm going to go this way. Like, if we allow and we start to trust, then that's the beginning of it when we start to lean into those things. And we don't always need to have these glorious moments where, let's say you turned right and like it took 5 minutes, extra to get to work that day, and there was no traffic jam if you would have turned left. That doesn't mean that you were wrong. It just means that you followed the nudge. And maybe that day when you were on that road that you took instead of going the normal way, maybe you saw something new. Maybe it was like a water fountain you've never seen before, or maybe you were enjoying the scenery in general, or Who knows? You saw a sign like a 222 or a license plate that reminded you of someone who passed away. Like, you never know, right? Like, we have to follow these things and just embrace in those moments. So, I want to encourage you today to lean into those things and to set down any rule book, any guidebook, any content that you have absorbed lately that has told you the step by step process to trust your intuition, and instead just be in you. Be in you and see what happens. Write it down or just embrace those moments, because as you start to allow more of that to surface through, you will begin to master yourself by trusting and allowing. I hope this helped you. And we have come to that time, my friends, where I thank you so much for being here. And as always, shine on.